Hello folks, I am here in my garden and it's pretty chilly out today. It's 51 right now, I believe, and came outside not expecting it to be this cold. It was I feel like it was warmer this morning, but anyways, yeah, it's gotten pretty low. I think tomorrow morning it's supposed to get in the upper 30s or something like that. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you today about the most cold hardy species of the Trachycarpus genus, Trachycarpus takil. Now, most people say that the hardiest trekking palm is the windmill palm, Trachycarpus fortunei, and sometimes they're just referring collectively to the Trachycarpus genus, which is the hardiest genus of trunking palms. So amongst those palms, the windmill palm is the most common of the Trachycarpus palms, and so when you see people refer to it as the hardiest trunking palm, often they just say that because it's so much more common than Trachycarpus takil, but takil is actually hardier. It's fortunei is listed, I believe, as hardy to around 0 Fahrenheit, which is obviously very cold tolerant. And takil is actually listed as as hardy to -3 Fahrenheit, so even more cold hardy. Now, why don't people hear about this more often? Trachycarpus takil is actually a very rare species. It's endangered, I believe, in its native habitat, and it's very rare in cultivation. Yeah, it doesn't even really have a common name. The common name is the Kumaon Palm, because it's from the Kumaon area of northern India in the Himalayan foothills up to nearly 9,000 feet elevation, above 8,900 feet, I believe. It grows up there. But anyways, this is a Kumaon Palm. Most people just refer to it as Trachycarpus takil by its scientific name, just because it's not very common in cultivation. So here I have one that I got from Kumaon Palm's nursery, and you can see the fronds are certainly more erect than that of Trachycarpus fortunei. I have a young one over there, and the leaflets are a lot thinner, and you can just see they look different, more camerops like. And we just got a fresh layer of mulch in here, by the way, and ripped out all this grass. As you can see, a bit has grown in since I ripped it out. But anyways, just planted this recently, most cold hardy. So yeah, I mean, there's records of fortunei surviving below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and so I bet this could maybe survive below -3. But again, we're all talking for very short periods of time. If you live in a place that gets frequently to 0 Fahrenheit or -3, depending on the species, if you have a takil, or that has prolonged freezes of -3 Fahrenheit, they're not going to make it through that. So you want to be when something says hardy down to a certain temperature, that usually means a very short period it can sustain, not a long freeze. So if you have a couple of days where it's down to -3, that's gonna give this palm some serious damage and maybe even kill it. So you want to keep that in mind. It's better to play it safe than sorry, in my opinion. So when I got this, I was thinking I'm definitely gonna protect it in winter, probably give it some Christmas lights, and I still may. But considering that it is hardier than the windmill palm, and my windmill palm survived winter here, like I would do with anything, I'm sort of just going to play it by ear, and obviously I keep my eye on the weather, and if it gets down to, I'm going to say probably below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm going to get it some protection, maybe below 15, I don't know, play conservative, but anyways, yeah, I mean, I may not need to protect this palm because, windmill palms are somewhat marginal here, but this is hardier than the windmill palm, so this is the true hardiest trunking palm, Trachycarpus takil, the Kumaon Palm, and yeah, native to the Himalayan foothills. I guess why it's hardier because it's native to sort of a very similar climate as fortunei, just higher up in elevation. So I mean that would account for that extra hardiness and explain it. Anyways, sorry guys, it's a bit chilly out here, but yeah. Anyways, doing well. You can see clearly, and probably liking the new mulch that's put in here. And obviously I'll keep you guys updated, but yeah, this is my takil. Let me know what you guys think. You can see that nice fiber developing on the trunk here. Nice fiber, beautiful. And this is like what helps insulate the palm. So some people like to defiber their palms, but especially in areas where they're going to be marginal, they really need all that extra heat, and this definitely is sort of like an insulator. So even if I lived in a warmer climate, I like leaving palms in their natural state anyway, so I'd probably just leave it on there anyways. And yeah, you can see this fig tree starting to get some leaves on it. Anyways, yeah, this is my Trachycarpus takil, and over here I have a dwarf palmetto and 2 other Trachycarpus palms. This is a fortunei here, just a regular fortunei. Obviously, it's hard to compare the leaves, so this one's much younger, but you can see just those more rounded leaflets and much thicker. You know, already these leaflets are considerably thicker than those of that when the fronds there are a lot bigger on the takil, but the leaflets are a lot bigger on the smaller Fortunei, and you know, much more rounded at the end, less pointy. So yeah, that's a regular Fortunei. Again, I didn't protect that at all this past winter, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, it's doing all right, all things considered. These are marginal palms in this climate, and there are records of them dying. You know, quite a few of them dying here, just because of where we live. But yeah, it's in Montgomery County, Montgomery County, Maryland, just north of Washington, D.C. And yeah, very hardy species. Here we have a Wagnerianus. This is a, some people consider it a variety of Fortunei. You can see the fronds are still kind of immature, so kind of hard to detect, but when they do mature, they have a distinctive, they are more round and smaller than Fortunei. Just the palm generally is smaller, so they have a distinctive sort of round, very neat look to them. So yeah, obviously this is hard to tell, and it looks much lighter than the other one, but than the Fortunei. But once they sort of grow up a bit and mature, it'll be easier to tell the difference between the two. Yeah. Anyways, this is the takil, hardiest trunking palm in the world, and hardiest of the Trachycarpus genus, which is the hardiest genus of trunking palms. So yeah, try one in your own garden if you can find them. Again, I'd always be wary about the seeds you buy, because oftentimes Trachycarpus takil seeds, I don't even want to say oftentimes, I say 99% of the time, you know, the vast majority of the time, if you're just buying random seeds off the internet, Amazon, eBay, they will almost always be Trachycarpus Fortunei if they're takil, for a variety of reasons. People obviously, you know, it's hard to tell the difference because they're so closely related. And Fortunei are so much, you know, more easily available and cheaper that people will obviously buy them and sell for a higher price because they say they're takil. Sometimes people just have, you know, a misunderstanding, or they get the wrong seed shipment. Anyways, there's a variety of reasons, but you really want to check your source and make sure it's a trustworthy palm, you know, a source that specializes in these kind of rare plants. If you're buying purely seed. Now mine, I bought, it was the biggest one there. It was at Pungo Palms Nursery. So not only are the people there palm experts, they're owned by a couple in Pungo, Virginia Beach. I highly recommend it. Got my dwarf palmetto and waggy over there from Pungo Palms, but this is also by far his biggest, and he sold it to me kindly, $40. I consider that a steal for even a Fortunei of this size, say nothing of a Trachycarpus takil, which are extremely rare. So very kind, and I can't wait to see how it does. It's already, I think it looks awesome. That's probably the prize of my haul, either that or my needle palm, which is right over there. It's kind of hard to see, but anyways, yeah, Trachycarpus takil. If you can find one, you know, if you can find seed, just make sure the source is reputable. And if you can find a young plant, even better, just because it's easier to tell with those. But yeah, I mean, if you can find them, I highly recommend them. If you're in a place where windmill palms are marginal, these are certainly maybe not going to be foolproof necessarily, but they're certainly going to have a better chance than windmill palm. So hardiest palm in the Trachycarpus genus, and hardiest trunking palm, Trachycarpus takil. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm here in Montgomery County, Maryland, and have a good one, folks.